Hey guys, welcome back to Screen Orb. Today we'll talk about the most insane bars on Bar Rescue, Part 3. Let's head into it. Number 8. Underground Wonder Bar. This jazz bar has been in business in Chicago for over 20 years, so some would say it has a pretty good track record. But everything changed once it moved to a different neighborhood. The owner was a hippie who was known 4 nights a week for her distinctive piano jazz, complete with squealing chorus. She was a vegan too, so when bacon was introduced on the new menu, it was confusing. It reopened as a craft cocktail joint that mingled with the masses and was not happy with the owner. She eventually asked John if he would dye his hair like a child while coloring on a placemat, and later used sign language to tell her child some adult-rated words about John.
I wouldn't be sitting at this table. I'm ready to change.
Number 7. The Airliner. An old LA, the lucky winner for this episode was the music venue, and it needed major help. The inside and outside were falling into disrepair, and oddly enough, the owner didn't seem to mind it a bit. It's surprising that the owner would even agree that John would come in and work his magic, but it just happened. At least, it's still open to this day, so John, after all, must have sparkled some passion for the owner.
Now I want to sell drinks back here.
It's got the remote bar out here now.
Number 6. Sandbar. Sandbar was once a renowned Vegas blues bar, an establishment that had fans like Etta James before closing in the 1970s. This bar got a second chance thanks to a passionate OB-GYN. It wasn't doing well, unfortunately, and that's where John came in. He turned the bar into a place where patrons could get cocktails inspired by beer and named it after the zip code for New Mexico. All of this seemed fairly normal until John's wife started to be creepy to the bar owner. He compared her arm to another part of her body that was more private, and John got the wind out of it and flipped the OB-GYN. There's a place and a time, but it's certainly not in a bar.
We've never gotten that back. This is the only 2 signatures that were ever on that. It's the first time I ever seen Sean's signature on there.
Number 5. Molly Malones. It was hard for Bob Isaacson to manage the bar, and it wasn't as easy as Cheers made it appear, so he brought in his girlfriend to help him out. Until the relationship got strained, it seemed like an easy decision. On top of that, he was not respected by staff, and conversations often turned into fights. And the worst part, the bar was losing revenue of $6,000 a month, which is never a good sign. There was basically no management. The bar lacked any kind of identity, and jobs were not taken seriously. It seemed that John and his team helped guide the team back to the primary goal and gave the bar a makeover and renamed it Waypoint Saloon.
It's hard to find moments where we're just doing something for us. Sorry, I'm dealing with stress in a weird way.
Number 4. Tonic Lounge. A typical dive bar was the Tonic Lounge, but with awful punk rock music that was often live. John was met with an empty room and flying ants the first time he stepped through the door. John decided he would do the trick with a better sound system, a new name like the Panic Room, and a new menu, but he couldn't get past the odd owner. As if he was high on a substance, the owner kept giggling, and John was having none of it. He could have given Gordon Ramsay a run for his money by the looks of it.
You realize it shouldn't have gotten that far? Yeah. It's about managing. Right, guys?
Absolutely.
And that
Number 3. Pro Sports Bar. John realized in this episode that there was an abundance of on-site executives, which was not required. They all seemed to have an agenda of their own, but the one thing they saw eye to eye was the owner was having a hard time. It's not a good sign when the owner can't manage his own employees successfully, and John saw this right away. It was a painful episode to watch, from their attitude towards reconciliation to the constant argument. The bar has now been called BR Steak since the show, and it's still in business.
See that ring?
Yeah.
Every bottle has a special pourer on it, and that pourer has a seal.
Number 2. Casey's Bar. Originally a private smokers club in a VFW above a bingo hall, the first business task was to get the pesky rodents and livestock out of the ceiling. John took it upon himself to go with that vibe and stamped a speakeasy theme on it instead, as there was no way around the smoky room. The pool table was used as a buffet table, as if there wasn't much going on already, and later on in the episode, an actual raccoon ran across the bar and relieved himself. Reality TV is known for being staged, but who knows it really?
Then I watched Shauna do shots to the point that she can barely walk. I can't even have a conversation with her.
Number 1. The Original Hideout. The original Hideout in Tucson, Arizona was owned by 2 brothers. The main issue was that one of the brothers owed $300,000 in debt and couldn't seem to keep up. The overwhelming weight on the shoulders of these 2 brothers was enormous, but it's what some business owners have to endure. Raul, the older brother, couldn't seem to shake the stress and anxiety, and during filming, he literally ran away, as these brothers were completely in over their heads. It was a sad scene. What do you think about these bars? Which one was the craziest one? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.